Hello there friends, it's Cassie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel for another video. Today we're going to be participating in the Kendra's Card Challenge. Trinity Stamps is sponsoring and I'm so excited. So we are going to be using my one and Gnomely stamp set along with the matching dies. We're also going to be using the Simply Sentimental Hugs and Kisses because I'm obsessed with them right now. Mostly the dies and plenty of the sentiments, that's for sure. And then I also have this Echo Park Love Notes 6x6 pattern paper. I know I don't use a lot of pattern paper, but we are doing the Kendra's Card Challenge, and so you need pattern paper. So technically you need, I think it's 6 sheets of cardstock. If you go down below to my description box, you can participate, you can check it all out. And you print out the pieces, and then you can cut your pattern paper how you need to cut them. And then you can start making cards, and it's super simple. Now, I did go ahead and die cut out a bunch of hugs and kisses, and I did them like this. So I've got that black shadow, we've got some red, and I also die cut them out of white and put them on there, just kind of matching that love notes. So let me put one of those together for you really quickly so that you can see what I'm talking about. So I've got my black shadow, then I have it die cut out of red. And what I did is I think I did them twice out of each of the hugs and the kisses, because to be honest with you, I didn't know how many I was going to need. This Kendra's Card Challenge is 15 different cards. I don't think you have to make them all, but if you put a challenge in front of me, honey, I'm doing it. So I made all 15 cards. Now, I'm not going to show you how I made all 15 cards in this video, but I will show you all 15 cards in the end. We're going to put one card together. I think we're going to use the very first card sketch, and I will put that one together for you in this video, and then in the end, I will show you all of the cards I made. But I was super stoked to do this. I love pattern paper. I don't always use it very often, but doggone it, it is fun to pull out. And especially when you have something like this that makes it so simple, you don't even have to think about it really. Kendra's Card Challenge is pretty awesome. Okay, so that's how I put the die together for all the hugs. And then we're going to go ahead and color up this particular gnome. Now, this isn't the gnome I use in the card that I am making or showing you, but this is the color combo that I used for all the gnomes. I stamped out all 4 gnomes 3 times, and then I colored them all basically the same, using the same color combo. And I got that color combo from the pattern paper. So I've colored his little nose. I put all the colors up on the screen. These are my Olo markers, and I'm using some W1 on his beard. And again, did that for all the gnomes. And then grabbing in the blacks, which are just WG7 and WG, I think it's 9. And I did that for the gloves and the boots for all of our little gnomes. So super simple to do that. And this was fun because I was able to stamp them all out, color them while I was chatting, FaceTiming. I think I listened to a book on tape. Just had a grand old time coloring, die cutting, piecing all that together before I got started on my cards. Then I brought in some BG 2.1 and used that on the gnomes in various spots, whether it be their hats or maybe their clothing or whatever it was that they were holding. But I thought this combo was really pretty and it matched the papers really well. So we've got BG 2.1 and BG 2.3. And then for his little clothes, I brought in some reds. So I've got some R 1.5 and I'm also bringing in some R 1.7. And then I also have some more reds, but these are like almost like a rosy pink, maybe, or a corally pink, I guess. I have R 0.3, and then I also bring in the R 0.4. And so that's the color combo that I use for all of my gnomes. Now I'm going to bring in the matching die. We're going to tack that down with a little bit of mint tape and run that through the die cutting machine, and that's what I did for all of our gnomes. So I have a pile of gnomes, pile of sentiments. So, and this is how I did it. I had 6 little packages. Then I I cut up all my papers and put those in there so I could grab what I needed when I needed it. And what makes this fun, if you pick pattern papers that are double-sided, you can play around and figure that out. And then I did go in and grab some cardstock from my stash. Now, I cut the center out of that one because I realized with this particular cardstock, I only had 3 pieces left. And when I say I'm going through my stash, I mean this is a stash of cardstock that I have had from various card kits over the years. And when I say over the years, I mean since like 2008. So I like to use it all. And when I use it up, I'm going to feel good about it. All right, so I've put down this pattern right over the top, and then I put some foam tape on the back of the square that I needed. I'm lining that up on my glass mat, and then I do have some 1/4-inch cuts of that same cardstock that I used for my background. Just following along with the sketch. And so then I will tack those down just using some liquid glue, just figuring out the best possible position for those. And it's really pretty easy. You will have some sticking off the edge. That's fine. You just trim that off. And I didn't line that one up perfectly. In fact, I should have put him down a little bit further so that I could have trimmed off on both edges, but I was trying to save paper. For what? I don't know. But I didn't get that lined up. I figured it out in the end, and I just kind of added some cardstock to it. But it's not that noticeable unless you're looking for it. So just lining those up, lining those around that square that we have in the center. Gluing those down, and this is where I realized, so I kind of tore my paper and I'm going to glue it back down. That is not going anywhere now. So now I'll flip it over and trim off all of my excess. Yeah, and now we can bring in the gnome and one of the words, and it was fun to kind of go through and pick out what we wanted because there are so many great words to go along with hugs, and they go along with kisses as well. So I just cut out big. I'm going to use my guillotine trimmer to trim those down. And then I'm going to use one of those bigs for our hugs. And then I'll just glue these down, glue these little pieces down. So I've got this little gnome we're going to glue down. He's so cute, holding his little hearts. And we'll glue down the word hugs. And then we're going to glue down the word big right on top of that, right above it. I do bring in that W3 and W1 just to add a little grounding underneath our gnome so it doesn't look like he's just kind of floating. Blend that out with that W1. And then I do add embellishments at the very end. So I will show you what that looks like and what embellishments those are, and then I'll have everything linked down below. But be sure to head down below to my description box for all the information about hopping around and checking out what's going on with this card hop. So these embellishments are our magic mirror. We also have some sending love. Those are little clay bits. Those worked perfectly. Then we also have some sea glass twinkle and some watermelon twinkle. And I just kind of put those down wherever I wanted on whichever cards I wanted. So let's go through all 15 cards. So that's the card I showed you, and I did add some embellishments. So there's card number 1. Now we have card number 2. Card number 3. Those kissing gnomes are so cute. Card number 4. Card number 5. Now we have card number 6. Card number 7. Card number 8. Card number 9. Card number 10. Number 11. Number 12, and I'll tell you, actually, I thought it was only 13 cards, so I was pleasantly surprised to know there was 15. So there's 13, number 14, and finally, number 15. Love, love, love how these all turned out. So like I said, head down to my description box down below so that you can check out all the details of this hop. You do not want to miss it. If you like this video, hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And as always, I'll see you soon in another video. Bye, everybody.